Good morning. Welcome to Workout with Kathy. This morning we're going to wake up with yoga. We're going to do a gentle warm-up followed by a yoga flow. Do a series of yoga moves designed to increase that blood flow, wake you up, get you started for your day. So let's go. Let's start with your feet slightly apart, 6 to 8 inches. Spread those toes out. Tuck the hips under slightly. Pull in that belly. Pull those shoulders back and down. Elongate the neck and just gazing straight ahead. Let's start with some shoulder rolls. We're just going to lift those shoulders up, roll them back, and slide the scapula down your spine. Rolling up and sliding down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Stretch those fingers toward the feet. Feel that good stretch in the neck. Reach the crown of the head up toward the sky. And we're now going to turn our palms forward, opening up the chest. We're going to inhale as we lift up. Look up as you exhale. Inhale. And exhale, push it down. Turn those palms, lift up. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good job. Next, we're going to warm up the ankles. We're going to raise our heels and lifting up onto the ball of the foot. We're going to raise our arms for balance. So let's go. Inhale. Preparatory exhale. Lifting, inhale, and exhale. Now on the exhale, I want you to push your arms all the way back behind the body, far as they can go as you're blowing it out. Ready? Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, blow it out, reach all the way back. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Lift those arms back up in front. Let's do some cat and cow standing moves for the chest and back. So here we're going into a standing cow. We are just bringing our arms out in front. We're rounding the back, feeling a good stretch across the upper back. And as we inhale, we're going to pull those arms back, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Last one. Exhale. And inhale. And bring those arms down. Roll it out again. Shoulders up. Shoulder blades slide down the spine. Last one. Great. Let's step to the end of our mat. And now we're going to start our yoga flow. So we're just standing in mountain pose. Let's lift our arms up overhead. Follow your hands with your eyes, lifting the chin up. Now let's push it back down into prayer hands and pull down, stretch the wrists a little bit. Reach it up and back to mountain pose. Again, stretch it up. Exhale, pull the hands down into prayer hands and pull it down a little lower so you're feeling a stretch on the wrist and press it out. Now we're going to reach up. Arms are up, our gaze is up, and we're going to sink down into a chair. Our hips are back. We're holding this pose. Breathe in. Exhale, push it back up. Reach back into a mini back bend. We're going to reach our arms out to the side. We're going to swan dive into a forward fold. Relax and exhale into the fold, into the stretch. Feel that in the back of the legs. Inhale. Lift up, flat back. Push on your shins. Elongate the spine. And exhale. forward fold. Inhale, walk it forward into a plank. Strong shoulders, engaged core. We're looking just a few inches to a foot in front of our hands. Breathe in. Exhale into a downward dog. Push it back. Lower back into a plank. On the exhale, bend those elbows and lower down. And press up into a cobra. Lower back down, toes under. Push up into a downward dog. And walk it back in. As we lift up, halfway up, press on the shins, inhaling, stretch the spine, exhale into forward fold. Now tighten the glutes, pull in the belly, use your legs, strong back to lift back up and bring it into prayer hand. That was our first flow sequence. Let's do that again. Reach it up. Sink into your chair. Power legs, reach it up, mini back bend. Stretch it out, swan dive. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Walk it forward into our plank. Strong arms, engaged belly. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Feel that good stretch. Inhale. Exhale, down into cobra. If you want, you can push up into an up dog. Toes under, push back into that downward dog, and let's walk it back up. And half lift. Exhale forward into the forward fold. Now, squeeze your glutes, pull in the belly, strong back, lifting all the way up. And exhale, prayer hands. Good job. Let's add to it. Reach up. Exhale, prayer hands. Reach up. Sit back into our chair pose. Gaze is forward and up. Strong legs, mini back bend. Swan dive. Forward fold. Half lift. Forward fold. Walk it out into your flank. Strong, engaged core. Push back into your downward dog. Back to your plank. Lowering down on the exhale. Lifting up. Toes under. Push back into downward dog. All right, take the left foot, bring it to the midline. Reach your right leg up. Push back through your shoulders. And now swing it through your hands and lift up into a high lunge. Pull the belly in, push the shoulders down. This is a good balanced position. We're going to inhale. On the exhale, lower the back heel and sink into a warrior two. Good job. Let's flip the front hand and stretch it up. On the exhale, return to warrior two. Now we're going to reach forward, overhead, feel a good stretch, inhale. On the exhale, if you want, you can stretch it out. A little more challenging. And support. Let's reach it back into warrior two. Sink back down. All right, we're going to reach down to the ground, and we're going to just go back into a low lunge this time. Place your hands flat on the mat, and let's lift the right arm up. Straighten out that back leg. Sink into that lunge. Stretch that arm up. You can look straight ahead, or you can look up at your hand. Your choice. Let's reach back down. And now, push back. Lift that right leg. Exhale into that stretch and lower the right leg to the ground. Bring the left leg back to its original position. And let's walk the hands in. Half lift. Forward fold, exhale. And then inhale, squeeze tight. Use your legs, use your strong back. Engage core and prayer hands. Good job. Let's repeat that with the right leg. Lifting up. Chair pose. Inhale, mini back bend. Exhale, swan. Forward fold, feel that good stretch, lifting up on the inhale. Half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Walk it forward. Plank position. Push back into downward dog. Inhale into the plank. Exhale, lowering down. Up dog. Toes under. Push back. Downward dog. This time we're going to take the right foot and put that right in the midline. We're lifting our left leg. Push back through the shoulders. Feel a good stretch, particularly in the back of the right leg. Inhale. On the exhale, bring that knee in. Place your foot between your hands. And we're lifting forward. We're in a high lunge. Focus on your balance. Inhale. On the exhale, drop that pivot and drop that right heel. And let's go into warrior two. Sink into that. On the exhale, let's reach back. And stretch it out again, warrior two. Sink a little bit. Inhale. On the exhale, let's reach it over top. Inhale. On the exhale, we can stretch it forward. Inhale, come back up. Sink into the warrior two. Fantastic. Windmill those arms into a low lunge. Feel that great stretch in the hip flexors. Right hand flat. Lift the left arm up. Your head can be just looking straight ahead, or you can gaze up at your upper arm. Straighten out that back leg. Sink a little lower. Feel that great stretch in your hips, in your glutes of your left leg, hamstring of the left. And let's place that hand back down. Bring up that left leg on the exhale and extend it back. Strong shoulders. Lift that leg up. And let's go back to downward dog. Put the right foot back into its original position. Inhale. Exhale, push into downward dog. Inhale. And exhale, walk it. Hands back in. All right, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, squeeze the legs, squeeze the buttocks, strong back. Reach it all the way up. And finish in prayer hands. Good job. Shake it out. How's that feel? So, some very basic yoga flow, get the blood moving, energize the body to go out and have a great day. Thank you.